Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something very exciting that you're going to be hearing a lot about here in the vinyl community. Let It Be. This is the Giles Martin remix. It is out. I now have my copy and it's the 5th copy of the album Let It Be that I own. I don't know why I have so many copies other than I love the Beatles. And I have just managed to pick them up as a collector and as a music lover. This is not everybody's favorite album by the Beatles, but for me, it is high on the list. I actually really love this album. So to get this new version of it and to hear it, I couldn't wait. And of course, I wanted to compare it sound quality wise, see how it stacks up with the other 4 copies that I have. So I have been listening to Let It Be all morning and I'm gonna let you know how this one stacks up. First off, I'm gonna show you the new 2021 Let It Be. This is the Walmart exclusive in case you're interested. This one, here it is. Walmart exclusive, has the hype sticker. Says 4 exclusive color prints only at Walmart. And as you can see, it says that on, it's a box. It's not a gatefold album. It's a box that the items came in. So it is pretty unique and special in that regard. So I thought that was really neat. And I'm gonna set that over here. And let me show you the photographs because I thought they were really cool. They come in an envelope like this. So there's the little envelope to protect the records. And they're quite lovely. It's black and white, beautiful, gorgeous shot of John here. This one might be my favorite. Here is Paul. I really adore this one too, really great. And also it does have, if you see on the back of them, the little Beatles logo there, to mark that they're official, I'm assuming. So love the picture of Paul. Here is George, and I like to refer to this era of George as Hot George because I really think during the Wyatt album and Let It Be sessions, I thought he was adorable and really cute. So I really like how his hair was at this time. I just really like George's look. So I think this picture is really cool with his guitar. Gorgeous picture. And then here is Ringo. And you know, you usually see him with a big smile on his face. He's usually the happy-go-lucky one. It's kind of interesting to see this serious look. You know, there's a lot of things going on during the Let It Be sessions, and for him to have a serious, stoic photograph, I thought that was really interesting, but it's a cool choice. A different picture of Ringo. So I really like those photographs. They are exclusive to the Walmart one. I know Target has one with a t-shirt. There's all different kinds of configurations of this album now. Here is the album itself. It's kind of a flimsier cardboard. It fit into that overall box. No gatefold, just the box with this hype sticker on it. I apologize for the glare, you all. So, and here's the record. 180 grams, so a really thick vinyl with the Apple label. So it's very cool, very pretty. Your standard look, just very classic. It came in a black poly sleeve, so that one was very nice. It's protected. You don't have to replace the sleeve on that one. And also to separate the album from the pictures and to add a little more protection, they did have a cardboard sleeve on here. So that is a very nice version of Let It Be if you're interested. I wanted that version of it and I'm glad to have it. And I'm going to be getting the box set, vinyl box set as well. But anyway, just for the sake of this video and for sound comparison, they're all going to be the same, the Giles Martin remix. So I thought I would go ahead and play this one and compare it to the other copies of Let It Be that I own. So let me take you through the ones that I already have. I have the Mobile Fidelity Original Master Recording. This one is a really good sounding one. I assume out of all of these, and correct me if I'm wrong because I might be wrong, but I believe when it comes to the Let It Be, this one might be the only copy that I have where it came from the original master tapes. I'm making that assumption because that's how Mobile Fidelity did things. They almost always have the original master tapes, and it says original master recording. If I am wrong, please let me know in the comments. I think that this is the only one I have taken from the original master tapes. The new one is actually a digital half-speed master from Abbey Road. So that one. I also have a Japanese pressing that's very nice that came out in the early 80s. I have the 80s version that is Capitol Records. Wally Tragot, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. He was a wonderful, he mastered records for Capitol for a very long time, had a stellar reputation, and anytime I see his name Wally in the dead wax, I feel very confident that I'm getting a really good sounding record. So he has a great reputation, and when I saw this one for him, I picked it up. It's not a gatefold, it actually came with a poster, and the poster looks just like this cover. So I thought that was a really unique variation of the album. Again, here's the purple Capitol label for that one. And then this is my 1970 Apple US First Press LP. I kept the little tag that came with it. It is a gatefold. So I'm sure you've all seen the gatefold before probably, but it's pretty cool. And it did have a little cutout on it, but it's on this red Apple label. So those are the 5 that I did the comparison to. So now I'm going to rank them how I think they sound. I did take some notes. I just wrote some things down because when you're listening to 5 different records, you want to be able to remember exactly what you heard. So bear with me. I will probably look down to read some of my notes at times. So first off is the one that I think is the least of the records, the one I think sounds the worst. And I hate using the word worst, but in kind of a way that George Harrison, All Things Must Pass, I don't think this was the best recorded album. I think George Martin probably did a much better job when it comes to Sgt. Pepper and all of the other classic Beatle records. Having said that, this isn't the worst of the worst, but I don't think this was a particularly great sounding record to begin with. So I want to just preface it by saying that. So my least preferred record is my 1970 copy from the US. For me, this one was just really, really flat. It just isn't a great sounding copy. I can't really say anything really positive about it. In fact, there are rumors and there has been some counterfeit versions of this album made that were actually made it and sold into stores. This may be a counterfeit because it just doesn't sound very good. It's not at all what I would expect. One that came out in its time, just not what I expect it to sound like. So I thought I had ruled out it being a counterfeit a couple years ago when I bought it. I did all the checks and looked for things. I'm gonna have to revisit that. I'm a couple years into vinyl collecting more so than I was back then. I might pick up on something because I just think, I didn't expect the first press to be the worst. So anyway, that's how it fell for me. And by the way, I don't expect you to take my word for it. I think it's just an interesting conversation to have. Of course, listen with your own ears and buy this record if you feel like it. If you already have a great sounding record that you're content with, I'm not saying go out and buy this one. Okay, so in 4th place, as far as sound quality goes, I'm gonna give this one to the 80s Purple label version mastered by Wally. Not because I think it sounds bad. It was good. I think it was just, I would just describe it as nice. It was better than my first press was, and just a really solid one. If you have this one, Sounds great. For a long time, this was my go-to copy, and I enjoyed it. So it didn't blow me away, but it sounds good. It does. It sounds good. So at number 4 is the Purple Label Wally. Now, number 3, and I would say it's really close between number 4 and number 3. They're kind of tied here. This is a Japanese pressing from the early 80s of Let It Be. And for me, with it, I would say it had a wider range. It sounded a little bit more like an open sound stage. The instrumentation sounded better. It did lack a little bit in the bass. That's where I kind of was a little disappointed with this one, but it's just a really good, solid, clean copy. I don't think you go wrong with Japanese pressings other than you do sacrifice a little bit of bass. So I think the Wally Purple Label US Capitol version and this one are really, really close. So we're coming down to the original master recording by Mobile Fidelity and the brand new remix by Giles Martin. And one of them is a very expensive record right now. This original master recording will cost you some bucks if you're wanting to buy it. It's good, and I've enjoyed it for a very long time. I think it has more life in the strings than any of the others I've talked about so far. I think it's just got more air to it. It's a little bit airy sounding, and a lot of what I judge my music on is my favorite song on here is Long and Winding Road. I think it is a wonderful song. It touches my heart. It is a early 70s record or song that I remember hearing on the radio. It made me, I could relate to it as a little girl coming from a divorced family and my dad just kind of moving on with his life and not really being in my life anymore. So that song's really special. Of course, the whole album is really good. But I noticed, especially on Long and Winding Road, on this version, the original master recording, there's just more air in it. It's got more of an atmospheric sound. It's not flat. Some of the others were just more flat. So I really feel like this original master recording brings it to life. Having said that, this one has fallen to second place. You heard me. A digital half-speed mastered version of Let It Be is, for me and my ears, the clear winner of this. And I'm going to tell you, I am surprised. I did not expect to love this new version as much as I do. To me, it is by far the best sounding pressing. It's not even close. It has everything you would want in a remix or in something you're listening to. So good. I'll be honest to you guys, when I put on this record and Long and Winding Road came on, I'd listened to it already 4 times. I got goosebumps. It hit me in that sentimental spot. I almost teared up a little bit just listening to it. I mean, the new one gave me goosebumps after listening to it for 4 times already. The vocals on Paul's, his delivery is always great on any of them, but it just sounds better. The song Get Back is like such a rocker. It's one of my favorites. And I mean, the sound stage just exploded on this one compared to the others. The instrumentation, you hear all of the instruments are very well separated. It's crisp, it's clean. There's more punch. It's very punchy compared to the others. Even Ringo's drumming is highlighted on here. I feel like with Sgt. Pepper, what Giles Martin did for Ringo's drumming, he did again here on this one. I love this. If you feel inclined to buy it, I highly recommend it. I think it is a terrific version, less expensive than what you're going to pay on Discogs for the original master recording. So I give this new remix 2 thumbs up. I love it. I think it sounds great. Of course, that's just my opinion. And when you get your copies, let me know what you think. I'm really curious. Just leave it in the comments. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And anytime the Beatles are back, it's great news. I love getting all of these new reissues. I can't wait for the movie to come out in November. And this is just such a wonderful time to be a Beatles fan. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.